Welcome back to The Edge. Did that automatic GA4 transition surprise you? Google claims that they may inflate ad prices as much as 5%. What do advertisers think about the real number? Maybe it's off about 95%. What do you think about that? An ex-Google employee will be quoted for the next 1,000 years about Google using clicks in rankings. What's up, Google? You're listening to News from The Edge for the week of September 25th, 2023, here on Edge of the Web Radio.
From the Edge of the Web studios, here's what we're looking at this week.
I swear we're not in business of Google bashing. We're not. We're not. We like Google. Google gives us careers. not directly, but you know. But man, some of the news this week. Hey. All right, this is Edge of the Web Radio. I'm your host, Aaron Sparks, owner of Site Strategics. We cover SEO and digital marketing news separately from our weekly interview that we drop a little bit later on the week so we can get more news to you as quickly as possible to be able to help in your digital marketing week. So be sure to check out everything over at edgeofthewebradio.com. That's edgeofthewebradio.com. Pivoting around, I got Morty Oberstein on the line. He's the indomitable head of SEO branding over at Wix. Morty, what's going on, sir?
Index now. That's what's going on. Index now.
Well, he just jumped out with a Wix improvement, right? Just out of the
You
gate.
asked what's going on. You want to know what I ate for dinner? Is that what you wanted to know?
Evidently, you haven't because
feeling?
you're a bit hangry, I think.
I am so hangry right now. Y'all switched the time on me this week. I didn't realize we're recording an hour earlier. So I'm cleaning up, folding some laundry. Wait a second. I ain't eat dinner yet. These guys changed the time on me. Now I'm hangry, Morty.
1 hour, and it makes all the difference. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What if we actually
Index now, we partner with Bing. All Wix premium websites automatically have their URLs submitted to Bing automatically for indexing because it's Index now with Wix.
That's a nice tagline right there. Congratulations. That's a good pairing. Absolutely.
It is, yeah.
You know, Bing and Webmaster Tools are doing some cool things over there. We'll talk about that a little bit later in this show here, but check this out. Hey, want to know what's going to be good for you? Better than actually listening to this show? It's meeting us in person. Dinner. Even having dinner with us. How about that? Meeting us in person, talking to us in a show in San Diego.
Beautiful San Diego.
We have teamed up.
That's right, Bob.
Tell them what they won. Well, we teamed up with Brighton SEO in San Diego, November 9th and 10th. And you got to check this out. We're actually giving away a free one-day ticket each week. It's 5 free tickets, actually, each week until November 9th and 10th. So every week we have up to 40 tickets to Brighton SEO for the Edge audience. Simply go over to edgeofthewebradio.com/Brighton SEO. Rules do apply. The sweepstakes began on September 11th of this year and ends November 2nd. So get your sweepstakes drawing in there. And the winner will be selected by random draw under the supervision of the sponsor, Rough Agenda USA Limited. The winner will be notified within 3 days of the winner selection here. But join us on the inaugural Brighton SEO US event in fantastic, sunny San Diego. Hey, check this out. This week, week 2, we have 4 winners of the sweepstakes. I'm going to read them off to you real quick. Tia Hines, Rebecca Ralston. Come on down. Tracy Hackbarth, you have won a free ticket to Brighton SEO, and Kim Higdon. Also, 4 winners this week. So join us in San Diego, November 9th and 10th. We're going to be doing our Edge of the Web show with panelists. Going to have a great conversation. We're also going to be doing the Wix Surfs Up podcast as well. Both of that's on November 9th, so make sure you join us out there. We're going to have a blast. Right. And we're going to...
just know, expenses not paid.
Thank you very much. That's the legal Morty right there. All right, going into news. Article number 1 from Search Engine. Oh, this is going to be fantastic, folks. Search Engine Journal from Matt Southern says, Google apologizes as automated GA4 transitions surprise advertisers. Google's automated shift from Universal Analytics GA4 sparked a lot of confusion among advertisers, prompting advice for manual migration. If you've not gotten into GA4 yet, my gosh, what the heck? I mean, and they had an automatic process here to be able to do just that, but you know, there's a few concerns here. Google advises manually migrating settings for better control as opposed to the shift that they actually did automatically from Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4. That means that you could lose a few events that you're tracking along the way, conversion data that you're tracking along the way. You have to make sure that you're tucked in at this point in time. I mean, recording, this is September 2023. You better believe you should be in that space here. But Jeannie Marvin, Google Ads liaison, explained on X, formerly Twitter, some advertisers have noticed our systems making changes to GA4 conversion actions in their Google Ads account. Now, this is the most important thing. This is the conversion swapping piece of the setup assistant migration process with the turnaround of Universal Analytics. So it's not only migrating over to Google Analytics 4, those conversions that may have been erroneous got synced into Google Ads. That ain't cool, especially whenever you're putting money against this, right? So all of a sudden you have maybe some old conversions that you actually turned off in UA that showed up in GA4, and now it's actually counting as a conversion inside of Google Ads. That could actually spell some trouble for advertisers. So Marvin also continued to say, with the turndown process taking some time, we understand that some advertisers may be caught off guard with these changes being made now and apologize for the confusion. She explained that the changes aim to map UA conversions to Google Analytics 4 conversion settings for bidding and avoid duplicate measurement. I really think that if there's a bidding strategy going on, you can't force an automatic transition into play here. Let the advertisers do it manually. I don't understand why or how that could be a good decision on the side of Google. Morty, I mean, it could spell a lot of
If I was
dollars.
Google, I guess I would just call to say I'm sorry. To say
I'm sorry.
Man, I was singing and my microphone was muted. You guys missed it. That was it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
wow.
Well, something else that Google should say they're sorry for, check this out. Google's accused of downplaying ad price manipulation. All right, this is
shake those cushions. Shake those cushions.
So Google's been accused of
Have a
downplaying
penny.
how quietly it increases the different ad auctions. Search engine admitted at a federal antitrust lawsuit, and we talked about the antitrust suit, the trial last week, that it frequently inflates ad prices as much as 5% without telling advertisers, sometimes 10%. Just to make sure we understand, the auction that the platform hosts is admitting to affect pricing on its inventory. And why is that? Because it's revenue, right? How can this? There's no regulation here, obviously. Christine Yang, VP of Media at Iris, told Adweek that she believes the real range of fluctuation can be as much as 100%. 100% change in competitive ad space there. Google's claiming 5% is more conservative number. It makes it sound like a more natural ebb and flow, says Christine Yang. The level to which price manipulations happens is what we don't know. It's shady business practices because there's no regulation. They regulate themselves. Google said through a public Google spokesperson, they actually told Search Engine Land, the search ads costs are the result of a real-time auction where advertisers never pay more than their maximum bid. We're constantly launching improvements designed to make ads better for both advertisers and users. Everybody believe that? We're solid, right?
Shake. Shake those cushions.
Oh, come on, guys. Google, we got to trust you. If we're putting money into the ad space and it comes out during an antitrust trial, right? You know we were going to find it, right? Well,
I don't think calling to say they're sorry is going to cut it for this
I
one.
don't think so either. Hey, we are proud to have Site Strategics as the sponsor of this new series of Edge of the Web. We focus on entity SEO, technical SEO, search engine marketing, social media marketing and management. We are managing the digital connection to your clients, all focused on results-based marketing that works. Check us out. Let us know. Hey, we'd love to sit down and talk with you, offering a free hour consultation, be able to see what we can help in your digital marketing strategy. So give us a call over 877-SEO for web or 877-736-4932. Okay, here's the big one. From Search Engine Land, from Danny Goodwin, from a former Googler, all right? Google has been and is using clicks in rankings.
I knew it.
You jumped in there, huh?
But you told me last week they weren't, Jacob.
Nope, they are.
Okay.
We all knew it forever.
Okay, so we did, didn't we? All right, so this quote comes from Eric Lehman, a former 17-year employee of Google who's worked as a 17-year-old.
Yeah, I'm a former 18-year-old too. I'm also a former 19-year-old.
All right, so the 17-year employee over at Google who worked as a software engineer on search quality and ranking, he left Google in November. Talk about a whistleblower here. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. So if you haven't heard the quote yet, you're going to expect to hear it. Pretty much everyone knows we're using clicks and rankings. That's the debate. Why are you trying to obscure this issue if everyone knows? So check out the X post of the reporter that was actually going through the entire transcript here at Big Tech on Trial. You read through it regarding sensitive topics that instructed employees not to discuss the use of clicks in search. Lehman testified that everyone knows Google uses user data in search, but that we try to avoid confirming that we use user data in rankings on search results. All right, so here's the deal. Let's bubble up to the surface here. We have been told multiple times that Google was not using user interaction and user data as a ranking signal. Is that correct, Morty?
Is it that it's not using it?
We have been told up to now.
You're so confused by that, the way you read that article.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, people have thought.
We've been told that user data.
They're not using clicks, behavior data, but Bing does. Bing has said that they do. Yes. But Google said no.
And they've been saying no for the last 16 years, right?
They're a former 16-year-old, yes.
As a former teenager myself.
I'm saying.
So let me ask a question. Would you say that Google uses clicks for ranking if it turns out that they use clicks to confirm that their ranking is working? So we're not going to look at clicks to determine what ranks, but we're going to look at ranks and compare it to clicks after the fact and be like
a validation of
that was bad. And because it was bad, we're going to dig in more and figure out why it was bad, why it was wrong. So is that using clicks for
I'm
ranking?
so proud of you trying to play the role of Google in this particular conversation.
There's truth to what he's saying. And that's what Danny Good pointed out in the article.
And Google, I'll put my Venmo on the screen. So,
as a former 15-year-old myself, what Danny was saying is that training a data set by using user behavior metrics is not the same as it being a direct, oh, they got more clicks, you rank higher.
Right.
And that Google has said they've been using that for years for RankBrain.
But not as a ranking signal, though. Not as a direct
No, it's an indirect signal. Like the classic example I'll give is like back in the day, remember recipes didn't always have images? As crazy as that sounds.
What? Say it's not so.
Yeah.
And it also didn't have like stories of the
No, stories are always there.
Oh, okay.
There's not a lot of images or videos. And then RankBrain figured out, hey, you know what people want when they click on a recipe result? They want to see the damn food they're trying to make.
Right.
You dummies. So RankBrain started rewarding recipe pages that only had images or videos in it. And then everyone's like, hey, we better put images and videos in our recipe content. Because RankBrain taught us that, because until then we were dummies. And now you will not find a recipe page that ranks without an image or a video in it. So that's user behavior data impacting rankings.
From a validation standpoint. Or a verification
from
standpoint.
A data set training validation point of view.
Right. So, yes, and there's a couple other excerpts from different personnel over at Google. Gary Yeesh said we take a subset of users and force the experiment ranking and or UX on them. Let's say 1% of the users get the update or launch candidate. The rest get the currently deployed one base. We run the experiment for some time, sometimes weeks, and then we compare some metrics between the experiment and the base. One of the metrics is how clicks on results differ between the two. So to your point, verification on, is our ranking system actually working the way we hypothesized, right?
I believe.
However, there's a bit of a tumult. Social's a bit furious about the fact that, I mean, weren't there so many different SEOs over time, including Rand Fishkin? That's the
famous one.
That's the famous one, poking at the fact that user data, user clicks were truly affecting the rank of a particular listing in the SERP, right?
Yes. And by the way, it's not just clicks. It would have to be like how long they stayed on the page, did they bounce back, pogo sticking, all that kind of thing. Because if you just look at clicks, it wouldn't really tell you anything.
Okay. Yeah. The experience that the user's having.
It tells you a good title tag.
Could it be the timeline of it? So again, my example, if you are looking at data after the fact, you're looking at here's how we ranked it and here's how it got clicked, but now it's been 2 months and now we're going to adjust our algorithm based on this data. That's not really click data causing ranking. I mean, like,
right.
Because if clicks truly could change ranking, then you could just buy a bunch of clicks, either bots or people,
which was
just to come and click.
Which we were told.
No, it would have to be a whole behavior profile.
Sure. But I'm saying that if I write an article and everyone just starts clicking it and staying on the page for 5 minutes, that shouldn't change the ranking.
By the way, that's a difficult thing to do, and I'm not sure how exactly Bing does it. By the way, Bing does it, and their rankings are not that very good sometimes. Because let's say, how many tabs do you open right now?
Well, I have all the news articles, so like
yeah, all these news articles, right?
Right.
They've been open for an hour.
Right. Sure.
The dwell time has been an hour.
Yeah, we're really affecting that. Yeah, you're right. So there's got to be a cutoff.
So
there has to be. There's got to be margins that are actually removed from it, so there are anomalies or outliers, right?
Yeah, is everyone saying, "Oh, they must be using it? They have to be using it." It's true. They probably are using it in some way, somehow, but it's not like it's like simple, like, oh yeah, they must be using it. It's obviously so simple.
The essence of this is we all assume so. There were studies done by the SEO community that pointed out the fact. Google denied that, and now we're seeing in a testimony, or I'm sorry, a trial, an antitrust trial. That's that information is coming through. That's the essence.
Yeah, but the testimony said it's part of the training set.
In the testimony itself?
Right, the testimony he said, like it didn't talk about direct clicks. Now I don't have the article up. I'm like you. I'm not trying to manipulate search engine land's rankings here, like you people are.
Click, 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 click.
I'm not a manipulator like you.
Jeez.
Yeah, I close my tabs.
We love to extend dwell amongst all of the wonderful articles that we cover here on The Edge. All right, I'm going to shift over to AI news because we're done with Google slamming. Thank you. I appreciate everybody jumping in there. We were really trying to, but at the same time, what the crap? But AI news here. ChatGPT rolls out voice and image prompts. Oh, it's getting better over there.
I'm so tired of typing.
I'm saying, just speaking to your ChatGPT will be the immediate future. It's here. So some new functionalities.
Computer.
Exactly.
Computer.
Oh, see, it's all going to be Star Trek, isn't it? It really is.
Use the keyboard. Ah, how quaint.
So they're adding new voice and image capabilities. The new features will allow you to either engage in voice conversations with the chatbot or share images to express your thoughts. So the new voice and image functionality.
ChatGPT, here's an abstract painting I drew up. What do you think?
Do you love me?
Oh my gosh. Tell me how I'm feeling, ChatGPT.
Episode of Edge of the Web.
Oh my gosh. So you can speak to ChatGPT. The chat functionality allows you to have dynamic conversations using just your voice. To get started, follow the simple steps. Go to settings, scroll down, and click the new features on the mobile app. Opt into voice conversations. Tap the headphone button located in the top right-hand corner of the screen. This is the app, obviously. Choose your preferred voice out of 5 different voices, okay, of how chat's actually talking back to you.
You know where this is going to work out really well.
What's that?
There's a guy I follow on TikTok that is buying all these old, like, robotic Teddy Ruxpins or something. And I don't know if he's Raspberry Piing or what, but he's hooking them all up to ChatGPT.
No.
So you can communicate with it and it will, like, respond back to you and, like, its mouth moves and stuff.
Like Teddy Ruxpin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like manually like.
It's so good.
It's gonna
all the
great.
80s kids are like, yeah.
They'll finally
it's like
talk
crack
to
for 80s kids.
Oh, that's going to be terrible, man.
Ruxpin.
My first friend can finally be my longest friend.
My only friend.
My only friend. Oh my God. Are you serious? That's just twisted.
Wow,
that's
Teddy
twisted.
Ruxpin. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh.
Great.
Well, that's AI for you. So they're rolling out some voice commands, interactive commands. So we're all going to have Talkie Tina from Twilight Zone here. So I'm going to throw in my.
Oh, I'm talking Tina.
There it is. See? Yeah.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that?
Oh, it's a great one.
That's an old throwback there. The White House, this is from AI News. Check this out. The White House secures safety commitments from 8 more AI companies, folks. So
Yeah, but I heard those commitments are written by ChatGPT. So
Please. What are they going to say? Oh, we're not going to make it safe? We're making dangerous AI. Screw you, White House.
through Teddy Ruxpin's. That's what's happening here. Okay, all right.
Killer
So
Teddy Ruxpin.
check out that article. Meta to push for younger users with new AI chatbot characters.
Like Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh my gosh. No, say it's not so. So Meta's going to have up to 15, I think, different characters, right, that you can engage with, okay? That's not going to end well, folks.
You can get engaged with?
No, engage. Come on. Back and forth.
Sorry. I'm a former 15-year-old.
I think you're going to 12-year-old range, folks.
Been there the whole time.
Okay, fine. You want to go into AI? I'll go deeper with you. AI tools.
Yeah, have us some AI tools.
All right, so check this out. A tool.
Morty's favorite part.
A tool called
the part of the show where I metaphorically slit my wrist.
Humata AI. It's HUMATA.ai. You can ask questions and chat with any file using AI. All right, so check this out. So you can put through any file, any PDF, any Word doc, anything that you've got that you want to make public for the entire world, right? But no, you can actually ask.
my divorce papers.
You can ask questions of your file, right? So if you're looking at your insurance documentation, you can say, hey, does my insurance cover my dental policy, right? What exactly did the witness say he put the gun to? What the hell?
I like to write stories about werewolves.
I mean, it's not the crazy out of all the AI tools you've peddled here.
Yeah.
It's not the craziest one.
It is not the craziest one. Hey, but check this one out. PhotoAI.com. You can create beautiful AI photos without using a camera. Save money and use AI to do a photo shoot.
Stop. I'm going to pull a Morty here.
Yep.
And I love Midjourney, and I love... You can't call it a photo if you don't take a photo. Just call it a picture. Like, you can't create beautiful photos without a camera.
Oh,
come on. All right, sorry. Keep going.
Okay. Wow, you triggered the photographer over there. So you can use AI to do a photo shoot from your laptop or phone instead of hiring an expensive photographer. So you can literally upload selfies and create photorealistic AI characters of yourself. Take 100% AI photos in any pose.
Wait, you mean what people have been doing on LinkedIn forever?
No, you're taking your own selfies, and it creates your avatar, your version of yourself, right? And then you can put it into all these different poses and put clothes on it. That's not creepy at all. I think everybody should do that.
None of this is real. You know how it's not real? All the people on their webpage look beautiful.
Oh, but you got to see. Oh, look at the pictures of the guy that. There's an example right there of the guy that
all of them look like fake LinkedIn
celebrating his
profiles.
birthday. He's evidently 1,000,000 years old.
Yeah, that's old.
That's huge.
That's good for him.
Formerly, he was 12 years old. You get all these funky, non-focused, non-creative photography here, and it now creates a plastic person.
Wow.
All right, so I get this one for you guys. You do some fantasy football. Check this out. AI takes over the best part of fantasy football by trash talking your friends. So now you can actually use AI as it's evaluating different teams that you're in fantasy football that your friends are actually putting together, right? And it can automate trash talking for you to be able to sling arrows at your compadres in fantasy football, right? So you can't figure it out yourself. Use AI to be able to throw down.
Because I've been trying to insult Greg Finn over at the other
Marketing
podcast.
O'Clock. Yeah. You mentioned it first. Yeah, you mentioned it first.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So he started a fantasy football, not a fantasy football like players, but like a fake betting. Like there's no actual money, just like bragging rights. And my user handle is I will destroy you, Greg. And we're currently tied.
So now you got to use AI.
Now he's like, oh, I'm like, hey. Because he was talking, when I was losing, he talks like, hey, all of a sudden it got real quiet here on Twitter. Now I'm tied with him. And I wrote, well, now it got really quiet here with you on Twitter. And he wrote back like, I will destroy you, Greg, or I will tie you, Greg.
You guys have too much time. You have too much time on your hands. You really do.
I don't actually.
So I mean, it saves
For-
you
for
time if you want
trolling, I
to
make
want to
time.
talk smack about your fellow.
So now this is great. I can save time and talk smack. This is actually
Exactly.
useful AI tool. The first one ever.
Oh, I'm still liking the counseling session as well as the spiritual advice from the AI.
Spiritual advisor one is a classic.
Yes, thank you very much. You'd also know, here's what's classic: the fact that keywords are gone from any type of optimization. You have to optimize for entity optimization, and the sponsor of our show is InLinks. Did you know that entities play a major role in search engines and how they understand your content and the like? Optimizing your content solely for keywords is a thing of the past. Check out InLinks, an award-winning software in entity SEO. Provides expert-level data to be able to build your content around key concepts, not keywords. That was a good tagline right there. So go over to edgeofthewebradio.com/InLinks today to claim your free InLinks account and start creating content that will outperform your competitors, just like Morty's outperforming Greg Fit. Right?
We're currently tied.
Oh, well, talk some smack to him.
I do.
All right. Barry Blast. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, over at Search Engine Roundtable, let's finish up the show as best we can with some Search Engine Roundtable articles from Barry Sports. Bing's Webmaster tool, Sitemap index coverage is fully live. If you haven't used Webmaster's tools, shame on you. Go over there. They're testing its new Sitemap index coverage, and they talked about it in June, and it was announced a few months prior. And as of a few weeks ago, it went fully live, says Barry, but Microsoft didn't announce it until yesterday at the keynote Fabrice Canal gave at PubCon. So he's got a screenshot of what it looks like there. You should be able to access the report within your own Bing Webmaster's tools. So go to that link and you can check it out. One thing in particular that I spotted in Twitter X, and Glenn Gabes actually posted on the article here, I wanted to bring around to your attention. Morty has up via the new Sitemap coverage report in Bing Webmaster tools that rolled out today. You'll see reasons for why URLs aren't indexed, including content quality. Yep, a search engine telling you there are quality problems with specific URLs. Dig in there. That's awesome. That a search engine is giving...
That is cool.
Yeah, giving us quality feedback. All right, so
that's cool.
Something to be. I mean, literally, if you're looking at your site and you're wondering where's poor quality in this site, if Bing's actually letting you know, why not try out improving that and seeing what happens? It could very well shake loose some things that aren't indexed in Google as well, right?
Good pick for the Barry Blast. I like this one.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, it's Barry, not me. I just gotta do it in the spreadsheet, right?
So are we trying to go 3 for 3 with Morty? Are we going to impress him 3 whole times?
I hope so.
Let's go.
All right. Second article from Barry. September 24th. Google's not rolling back the last helpful content update. Google's John Mueller said it was very unlikely that the search company will roll back the last Google update, September 2023 Google Helpful Content Update. The update is currently rolling out as we record this episode, first touching down September 14th, and has really wreaked havoc for some SEOs. Lots of people are actually showing lots of screenshots in Systrix. You see the one that Lily Ray did about Reddit, and that Reddit's new visibility is going off the chart. It cannot be counted.
That was a core update one, wasn't that?
Was that a core update?
That have been the core update because I saw that. I could be. I'm misstating. I think that might have been the core because I saw that also. I was running through SEMrush's data of like a lot of like real quick spikes for Reddit, but they came right back down.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that was really impressive. There's a lot of people that are actually throwing out some screenshots of what's happening right now during the helpful content update, but it's too close, man. You've got a core update.
I call first off, like what do you people expect? Like, they're gonna roll the update back as you're complaining?
I was hoping.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying they're sorry. They'll roll it back.
I've got a Reddit
admit
question.
to shaking the cushions, but we got it wrong with the update. We'll roll it right back. Sorry about that. As long as we keep the money in the cushions, we're happy.
I've got a Reddit question for you guys. This goes back to the clicks thing.
Yeah.
I mean, a few months ago, Reddit made the news because they cut off all their third-party access to apps unless they wanted to pay. And all these apps are basically free on people's phones, so none of them had budget to like pay for that access. So all that got shut off. So Now, when you Google search something and you click on the Reddit link, it's going to take you to the web page as opposed to pulling up your app. Is
Okay.
their web traffic up significantly since they killed off all these apps?
Yeah.
And now they're
I would
ranking.
assume so. Oh,
Just saying.
huh.
Something to think about.
That's
Anyway,
interesting.
so the fact that these people think they're gonna reverse an update. Also, I'm not saying anything about anybody in particular, but like some of these, like, oh, the quality of my site is great. What Google? I think we have very different definitions of what quality actually is.
I'm right here, Morty.
And sometimes beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Wow. They're just,
I'm
you're
just
not pulling
saying.
any punches today, are you?
Oh, come on. Like everyone's got, like some people,
He's angry.
SEOs in particular, have a hard time understanding what quality content actually is. And when they think is quality is actually a hot pile of crap. And then they go, oh, hey, Google, what did you do? Helpful content. I've invested content. This is good content. When really it is a steaming pile of feces. And the only one who thinks that it's actually good is you. And then you're sitting there asking John, and John's like, I don't understand. You don't see what we see, which is a steaming feces, and what you see is a steaming feast. But to us, it's a feast of feces.
My mom
This is
also.
probably the grossest thing I've ever heard you say.
My mom also says my webpage is good, Morty. She says
Well, your mom doesn't know crap.
one of the best web pages ever.
I think she is feasting on feces. What the hell?
Yeah, your mom likes poo.
Wow.
Well, we are really resorting.
Wow.
Formerly we were teenagers. Now we're actually 8 and 9-year-olds.
Former elementary
Former
school
4-year-old.
kids.
All right. So I'm going to end up with this article here, finishing it out. I think it's a really good article to finish this show. From Search Engine Roundtable, Google. Links are no longer a top 3 ranking signal. Just to be able to say that.
Womp, womp.
Take the cushions for the links.
Google's been downplaying the importance of links in its ranking algorithm for the past couple of years now, says he. But last Thursday at PubCon, Gary Yeesh from Google search team said he wouldn't even put links in the top 3 ranking signals Google search uses. Gary was quoted in saying this in several posts on X during his Q&A session at PubCon. There's a few of the tweets he's got listed there. One big takeaway from my AMA at Method is that links are no longer in the top 3 ranking factors, says Jennifer Slegg and Patrick Stocks and Ben Fisher. They all jumped in there. So it's not one of the top 3 signals?
How can we believe that if they won't tell us what the top 3 signals are?
Yeah, they got to tell us the top 3 signals. You need
Clicks.
to give us
It's clicks. Clicks.
We probably could have almost gotten Gary on that.
Yeah. Oh, there's some history that Barry rolled through there for you regarding backlinks as a signal have become less and less significant over time. We're in a whole nother space of helpful content, expertise, authority, experience, authority, and trust. There's a slew of ranking signals that are even more nuanced, thousands of them. So we have en masse so many different factors, so many niche industries that links themselves are kind of the old voting system that we're finally seeing dethroned, right? Just say you're sorry, Google. Come on. All right. SEO chat, what we got for them this Thursday?
Ooh, we got a treat for you this Thursday. We have the one, the only, the founder of Sterling Sky and runner of local university, Joy Hawkins, will join us for SEO chat at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on X, currently known as Twitter in my mind, because I will not call it X. So it's on Twitter at 1 p.m. Yeah, thank you. Eastern Standard Time, preach. Thursday, what are we talking about? All things local. Local. Support your local SEO. Come to SEO chat, hashtag SEO chat, over on Twitter at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Thursday.
In San Diego. That's awesome. Yeah, check it out. 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursday on Twitter. That's what we're going to do. We're going to start a revolt right here, right? Just keep on saying it. Keep on saying it. I'm sure Elon will get the message. Very good. Well, sir, we're going to let you go. Go.
Very good?
Huh? Very good. Barry is good.
That's what I heard too.
I heard Barry Good.
Very
former
good.
17-year-old himself.
Everybody's a formal.
Good job, Barry. Very good.
Stop it.
Very good.
Let me finish this. That's it for The Edge this week. Check out the second interview with Matt Holtz from Found SM, as we talked about GA4 and challenges, as well as benefits of GA4, and better migrate it, right? Don't let them Googles actually do that automatic transition for you, because, things happen that way. Aye. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as we're pushing out little snackable tidbits for all of us over at The Edge. Stay safe, stay well, and do not be a piece of cyber driftwood. We will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Google, so sorry.